Hello and welcome to this drink review of a drink called Clean Drink Frozen Berries. So frozen berries, I assume it's like that blueberry raspberry mix or whatever, blue raspberry flavor. That tends to be the case. No, it doesn't smell like that. But let's see how it is after being like degassed a little. So let's see, that's how it looks. And I'm recording this on the 9th of April. It might even go up today, I don't know. Actually, wait. I like the level of carbonation and the sweetness level. Like, it's pretty interesting because it feels like there's no taste initially when you drink it, but then the aftertaste kind of like builds up and becomes like for example, right now is where it is the sweetest, and I don't really know if I like that. I would rather the sweetness level that I'm feeling right now be lowered by like 50%, but actually taste it like throughout and then it disappearing, a bit quicker. Like what type of flavor is supposed to be? I don't know, like just generic berry flavor. uh, yeah, that's basically just it. A generic fake berry flavor. Um, like raspberries mixed with God, björnbär. What is that called in English? I mean, the direct translation would be bear berries, but that's not what it's called. Björnbär engelska. Let's see, what is it? Blackberry or brambleen? Blackberry or brambleen? That's kind of like what I'm kind of getting. A mixture of that and raspberries. But it's mostly just an artificial sweetness at the end that lingers. Because you're not really tasting much when you're drinking it. Yeah. So, I mean, I'll finish the can, but I will probably not buy this one again. There is one comment by Duclean, which was on my... Alright, let's read the comment first. This game was shut down a week after it came out, and everyone refunded their purchase. That was months ago, so why make this episode at all? And that was on my first time watching Secret Level Concord Tale of the Implacable. And my guess is that they probably made this or started making it at least 2 years ago, right? Maybe even longer, who knows? Probably when the game was in development. Because a lot of these secret level things were like advertisements of games that have just come out, or games that are about to come out, or games that are like coming out in a year from that point. So, yeah, it was basically just an advertisement, I guess, for a game that apparently shut down after a week. My guess is that they didn't expect that to happen. Why did it shut down after a week? Because, like, let's see. What's the game called? Let's see. Concord Tale of the Implacable. Maybe because of that name. Concord Tale of the Implacable game. No, the game is just called Concord. Concord game. Yeah, it was a hero shooter. I mean, a hero shooter in 2024. And kind of like a hero shooter that's a bit more like original characters, I guess, because I mean, isn't there a hero shooter came out pretty recently about superheroes? Like Batman, Spider-Man, Superman, Iron Man, all the mans. Like, isn't there a game that's out with all those guys? That's a hero shooter. And a hero shooters have never been my thing. But as a Concord game, failure? Why did it fail? Oh, geez, it was 8 years in development. And it shut down. Okay. Estimated to have sold only 25,000 copies. Oh, 8 years development, 25,000 copies. Yeah. But then, I mean, that's why you make single player, huh? I assume this was purely multiplayer because that's probably why they decided to shut it down immediately. It's kind of like, you know what? Running the servers is gonna cost even more money, so let's just shut down. I assume, at least here in Europe, you know, when you do something like this, digital purchases have like a month of return time. Like, so if they were to sell it, shut it down after a week, then, well, you would be protected because you wouldn't be able to play the game. If they had like a single player element to it, maybe I think you would, like the company would be able to do that. Be like, you know what, you still have the single player option. But it's the same with, you know, like the Call of Duty games that I've played. I like the single player, you know. Um, then again, what I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty 5, which is World at War, and Modern Warfare 2. So 4, 5, 6, and Black Ops. So I think 4, 5, 6, 7, and I might have played Call of Duty 2. In my mind, if Call of Duty is the game where you basically start the game, you know, you're playing as a Russian and you don't have a rifle, it's basically from that movie, um, Stalingrad. I wonder if I'm confusing the actual movie with the Call of Duty 2 game, but it feels like the first level that was like heavily inspired by that movie, and that's what you played. Um, yeah. How did Stalin? Or was it Leningrad? I don't remember what the movie was called. I wonder, how did it end? Did it end with the main character actually dying? I don't know, because it was like a counter sniper. Alright, well, now I'm thinking about that. So, yeah, apparently the game shut down, and, well, my guess is that's why. You know, they probably did not expect the game to be such a failure, I guess. It said that they just spent $400 million over 80 years. Jesus Christ. On a fucking hero shooter, man. Especially, like, you would think, like, if I would hear that, you know, that superhero hero shooter was that much, I would be like, okay. Because apparently, you know, all of the licenses and all that things, and everything, you know, that comes with that bullshit. I can understand, like, okay, if they worked on that for like 8 years, $400 million, okay. But this is, it was like unique characters specifically for the game itself, right? Why would it cost that much? Um, Especially for a hero shooter, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I'm probably not. As I was thinking about that, it does make sense. I was like, you know what? I actually don't care. Like my what's it called, curiosity of it kind of like disappeared as I was talking about it. So yeah, thank you for watching.